When talking about the threats of work automation through robotics and /AI, the topic of human replacement is often the first to show up. If it is sometimes seen as something positive, it often revives the collective fear of people losing their jobs, a fear that has been continuously entertained through political discourse against immigration. Goldberg, 2015. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. The difference being that the threat is now machine that is thought to be much more productive than humans or, even, on the verge of becoming more intelligent than them. The so-called technology singularity. Kurzweil, 2005. In this position paper, we argue that the singularity myth has a negative influence on the current research agenda in artificial intelligence, AI, and robotics. Indeed, if complete human replacement is more a myth than a reality, new technologies are altering the way that we work, posing new challenges for the way we manage human-machine interactions, including work alienation, decision-making power, and fairness that require attention. We call for greater attention to augmentation technologies that empower humans rather than mechanize and de-skill them. We lay out the advantages of such a path, stressing that the industry can truly benefit from new technologies when human-machine complementarity is leveraged. Human replacement is not the main threat. To better understand the general skepticism towards the singularity, it is useful to make a distinction between narrow artificial intelligence and AI, which aims at efficiently solving a complex problem, and artificial general intelligence (AGI), which aims at reproducing human intelligence capabilities. Wurtzel, 2007. Both forms of artificial intelligence are based on very different grounds, with most of the research efforts focusing on AI. Bundy, 2017. AGI, on the contrary, is still at the stage of infancy, and most of the contributions in the field rely more on imagination than on trustworthy data. Braga and Logan, 2019. Indeed, there is no proof that the singularity really exists, and if it does, it is very unlikely to happen in the near future. National Science and Technology Council, 2016. However, despite the highly hypothetical nature of the singularity, there is a lot of discussion around it, which has led to the creation of a modern myth, sometimes referred to as apocalyptic AI. Jirashi, 2008. Indeed, the hope to create a perfect, immortal human being is strongly anchored in the idea of human self-deification. Zimmerman, 2008. Interestingly, the tenets of this myth have been mainly sustained by experts in the fields, Natali and Balator, 2020, and is still strongly influencing current scientific research and perception of AI. Bring-Short et al., 2012. One of the most pregnant myths is the one of full autonomy, as described by Mindell, 2015. Contrarily to this myth, robots and AI will never be completely autonomous because per design intentions will always need to be defined by humans, ruling out the possibility of complete human replacement. Nevertheless, the myth of full autonomy is strongly present in both the public and scientific debate. For instance, in 2017, a Eurobarometer survey showed that 72% of Europeans believe that robots and AI steal people's job. European Commission, 2017. In 2017, a study from Free and Osborne, 2017, predicted that 47% of the jobs in the USA were at high risk to disappear through automation. Another study, Arndt et al., 2016, concluded that 9% of the jobs could be automatable, but not necessarily in an economically viable way. The main difference between the two studies is that Frey and Osborne explored which tasks could in principle be automated, while overlooking the fact that these tasks were part of a more complex job that in its entirety was not suitable for automation. Fernandez, Macias and Bisello, 2020, Parker and Grote, 2022. As pointed out in Macias et al., 2016, Otter and Solomons, 2018, previous waves of industrialization have already led to the automation of most of the physical labor, and the remaining tasks are completely beyond the current capabilities of robots and AI. In 2020, in a report of the European Commission, Kleinert et al., 2020, a systematic study of the impact of automation on jobs between 1995 and 2015 in Europe was performed, leading to the conclusion that automation had a positive impact on employment in manufacturing. The conclusions found in the literature on job replacement are, however, mitigated due to differences in methodologies and level of analysis. A generic survey, Barbieri et al., 2019, highlighted that more detailed analyses, considering the difficulties of automation, lead to far less pessimistic predictions, comparable to previous technological revolutions. Dallin, 2019. While the risk of unemployment should not be underestimated, we believe that the main challenge with AI and robotics lies in the quality of the interaction with the machine. Human-machine interaction, mechanization, or empowerment. If new automation technologies are unlikely to replace us in the near future, they are going to alter the way we work. Brynjolfsson and McAfee, 2011. Indeed, with the increasing data processing power of technology, machines can exercise intentionality over protocols and action selection, thereby challenging the dominance of human agency, autonomy, and, ultimately, power. Murray et al., 2021. This calls for greater attention to the potential of worker empowerment or mechanization, shifting the focus from artificial intelligence to augmented intelligence. In order to address this issue, we build on the taxonomy of conjoined agency defined as shared capacity between humans and non-humans to exercise intentionality. B. 555, by Murray and others, Murray et al., 2021. Agency over what to do, action selection, and how to do it, protocol development, can rest either with the human or with the technology, leading to 4 forms of conjoined agency, including assisting, augmenting, arresting, or automating technologies. Table 1. We believe that if the agency over action selection rests with the human, the interaction with the machine can help empowering them. However, if the agency for action selection gets transferred to technology, we witness a form of human mechanization through the interaction. Y. 2020. Augmented intelligence. Augmented intelligence refers to technologies of artificial intelligence that do not replace human decision-making, but rather provide additional information for decision support. What is augmented intelligence? IEEE 2022, and thus falls in the above category of empowerment. Imagine an AI-based software automatically extracting the relevant information from thousands of pages of text, and a human deciding upon that, including the broader view with more context, and reflecting the decision. The data analysis task would take days for a human, and the machine would not be able to consider any other aspects than the narrow view on the data. Augmented intelligence thus allows for faster and efficient human decision-making. However, there are still challenges when implementing such technology. The decision-making may result in unfair and discriminatory decisions, but also in workers not being able to contest the decision because of its lack of explainability, leading to a loss of employees' autonomy and job control. Jankowski et al., 2022. Similarly, AI-based worker management, AIWM systems, European Agency for Safety and Health at Work, 2022, can be seen as empowering technology for the manager. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.